So in this video, I want to highlight what's new in Media Cloud 3.1.5. And the biggest feature that's in this release is the ability to import media from cloud storage and put that into your media library. Now, this opens up a lot of different types of workflows. People have been asking for this feature for a long time, and we're really happy that we're able to ship it in this release. So to quickly sort of show you what's going on, we're going to go into the storage browser here. And the storage browser is a tool that lets you view what's on your bucket on S3 or Google Cloud or DigitalOcean or wherever. And you can do various things in here. You can delete files. You can, if you're using MGIX or dynamic images, you can upload. And you can also import from here as well. When you import in the cloud storage browser, it's not a background process. It's happening right in the browser, which might not be preferable. So it's good if you're doing individual files, but if I wanted to import this entire bucket, I would not want to use the storage browser for that. Instead, we have this new batch tool called Import from Cloud. And this should be a familiar UI to you. I'm sure most people that use Media Cloud have used the Migrate to Cloud batch tool, which takes your WordPress media library and puts it into cloud storage. This is going the other way. So when you go into this tool, you have a bunch of options here that control the import process. The most important one is the import path, and this is what you're going to be importing, or what directory you're going to import. And so when I click the Browse button, it pops up this dialog, and it's showing me my bucket on S3 here, and I can come in and I can select a folder that I want to import. Import only, when this is enabled, when you do the import, it won't download any of the images. It won't create any new image sizes. It simply creates database entries for what's on there. So the only time that you're going to want to use this particular option is if you already have those image sizes on cloud storage. For example, you're migrating over from an old site, or you're using MGIX or dynamic images where image sizes don't matter because they're generated on the fly anyways. The second one is preserve paths. So when you do an import where this isn't on, when you do that kind of import, Media Cloud's gonna take that media, download it from the bucket, process it through WordPress, and then upload it to the upload path that you have in the cloud storage settings. Now, if you wanted to upload it back to where it came from in the same directory on the bucket, you're going to toggle this option on. And then skip thumbnails will skip any images that look like they're a WordPress image size. Let me show you an example of that. So if I actually come up here into the old files, you'll see that I have this master image here, and then I have a bunch of image sizes, and the image sizes have the dimensions as the last part of the file name. And that's sort of the WordPress standard for when it generates new image sizes from a master. So what will happen here when this is on, it'll skip anything that looks like that and just pull in master images. So what we can do now is we've got this set up. We're going to import from this folder. We're going to download, we're going to create new image sizes. We're going to put it in our upload directory that we've defined in our cloud storage settings, and we're going to skip the thumbnails. So this is actually running in the background, so I could browse and go do something else, do other WordPress stuff, and come back to see how the progress is going. But we'll just leave this open to let it run for now. So we're done here. And if we go to our media library, we'll now have those images are in our library. We have all of our image sizes. We couldn't create a post thumbnail image size because the master image is too small to generate that image. So it's not missing so much as it couldn't be generated. So, and then if we go back to our storage browser here, you'll see we have this new folder with the stuff that we just processed. And you might be thinking, well, what's this weird directory structure? This is the directory structure that I've set up in my cloud storage settings. So here, my upload file prefix, which is actually my upload directory structure, I use the host name and the date, the year, month, and day. And then if we go back into the storage browser, you'll see that structure here. My host, the year, the month, the day, and then my master images, and then all the image sizes that were generated during the import process. So if we go back to this import from cloud and we select preserve paths, I'll show you what happens when we do that as well. Let me go into my to import here, and I'm going to select the second batch. And then we will run this, and I'll probably fast forward the video so we're not sitting here waiting. So our batch is now complete. Go to our media library, we'll see they've been added. And if we go back to our storage browser and we go into the folder that we imported from, you'll see that the generated thumbnails have been put back into this folder. They have not been moved into this Media Cloud test structure. So finally, if I turn on Imgix and direct uploads, because that's a great feature to have enabled. So Imgix is now on, and we're going to just do one more import to show you what's going on. So I'm going to do a to import. Let's do our third batch here. Import only. So when import only is on, I'm just creating database entries. Because I'm using Imgix, I don't need to create any thumbnail images. So I don't need to move anything. I'm just creating database entries that point to the files on cloud storage. When import only is on, preserve paths does nothing. So it doesn't matter if this is on or off. It does not matter. And then of course skip thumbnails, again, doesn't matter because that's a folder full of master images. And you'll see this goes quite a bit faster because it's just creating database entries. It's not having to download the image, create the image sizes, and then re-upload the image sizes. It's just creating the Imgix images. And even though we didn't generate any thumbnails, the thumbnails are dynamically generated by Imgix. So this is done on the fly. And of course they cache the result, and it's very fast and speedy. So this is the new import from cloud feature in 3.1.5. Other things that are new in 3.1.5 is integration with Ultimate Member plugin for handling profile photos, cover photos, etc. There's a new command line tool for migrating any media that you may have uploaded with HumanMade's S3 Uploads plugin. We actually rewrote the batch interface completely. It looks the same, works the same, but we rewrote it from scratch. And there's a bunch of other fixes, so I urge you to check the README, and that's it. Again, any issues, questions, feature requests, whatever, hit us up on talk.mediacloud.press, or send us an email, or hit us on the contact form on mediacloud.press.